props. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your personal top commission. The perks you gotta listen, help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but this earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. The play it prop predictor is sicker than having hernia. Betting trends like an elixir prepared, but it's listed props. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
It's so hard, Chester.
Display of props, yeah.
It's so hard, Chester.
Set display of props, yeah. Display of props on a mission, and with all these bets, we don't see competition. Money line, the predictor is helping us get it. Team trends 1 or 2, yeah, you know it's exquisite. Join the score, yeah, you know what it is. The community thriving, we taking our turns. So when it's all up, it's the best with alignment. We do it with care, we ain't wasting a diamond. Getting this bread, educated, we bet in the spread. Only if it makes sense, we ain't greedy or fiending. We check our hand out, then we having our reasons. Player props betting, but without the mutiny. This is what knowledge it means, opportunity. Making deposits, that's nothing that's new to me. This more than betting, we building up unity. Player props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them water, see help you swim, even if it's feet first. Knowledge strategies, and all you need to help you eat your Said this player props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them water, see help you swim, even if it's feet first. Hey. This is player props, AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat. And to help you keep working out the system till you work out your position and your personal top commission. The perks you gotta listen, help you curb the competition. Got them wishing that they had the app earlier. Surely, them haters try to catch some white stones, but this earlier. Load up the app, make my predictions and get the serving. The play it prop predictor is sicker than having hernia. Betting trends like an elixir prepared, but it's listed props. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you play your props. AI, this for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
It's so hard, Chester.
Display of props, yeah.
It's so hard, Chester.
Set display of props, yeah. Display of props on a mission, and with all these bets, we don't see competition. Money line, the predictor is helping us get it. Team trends 1 or 2, yeah, you know it's exquisite. Join the score, yeah, you know what it is. The community thriving, we taking our turns. So when it's all up, it's the best with alignment. We do it with care, we ain't wasting a diamond. Getting this bread, educated, we bet in the spread. Only if it makes sense, we ain't greedy or fiending. We check our hand out, then we having our reasons. Player props betting, but without the mutiny. This is what knowledge it means, opportunity. Making deposits, that's nothing that's new to me. This more than betting, we building up unity. Player props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them water, see help you swim, even if it's feet first. Knowledge strategies, and all you need to help you eat your Said this player props, yeah. We're running research. We running it up with every tool, you know in each perk. Show tested them water, see help you swim, even if it's feet first. Knowledge strategies.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, 'tis the Sunday of Week 1 NFL season. We made it. Thursday, Friday, we had a few little sample size taste of the NFL season, if you will. But we are back with the show that is the #1 ranked NFL live betting show on Sunday mornings. Previously, this was called A Dollar and a Dream. That was the name of the show all last season. But because the minimum entry on wannaparlay.online is $2, it's simply rebranded to $2 and a Dream. Make sure you guys, not make sure, let me actually, for those who are tuning in for the first time, it wasn't part of anything last season. This is how the show works in a nutshell. All right, so let's see here. If you're if you're on Twitch right now and your screen is black, go to YouTube. I don't know. Twitch is dumb sometimes. So Smacked and Masked, go to our YouTube channel, PlayerProps.ai. That's the link that I blasted everywhere. Go to the YouTube. Wherever you're watching this right now, go to the YouTube, because that is the chat that we are paying attention to when it comes to building this parlay. So if you want to get your 2 cents in, that is how that works. Now, how the show works is you watching this in the YouTube chat. Listen to me. I said the YouTube chat. The only way you can be in the YouTube chat is by going to the YouTube and tuning in. You drop your single favorite play for NFL Sunday. It can be a player prop. It can be a team bet. But I want to see what your single favorite play is. So that's how it works in a nutshell. You in the chat right now, what is your favorite play today? And then what we do on the show is we pull it up on PlayerProps.ai. We see if the app agrees with it. If the app agrees with it, then we put it into our parlay. Now, as you see on the screen right here, we're using one a parlay this season. If you've ignored everything, that every single email, every single blast, everybody else in the Discord is yelling at you, let me recap how this works. If you live in a state that is light purple with white text, and you're doing anything but using one a parlay, you're making a horrible decision. So there's 22 states that are light purple, and then there's the rest of the states, 28 states that are kind of like a dark navy blue. I can't help you guys out. It's not available in those states right now. But if you're in a light purple state, you need to go, before NFL kicks off at 1 p.m. Eastern time, you need to go to wannaparlay.online. This is where you need to go. So go open up Safari, type it in the web browser. Don't search for it. Just type it in the web browser, wannaparlay.online, or do it in Google Chrome or whatever. Once you download the app, this is something I stress a lot. I see people that are using player props as a promo code, but they're depositing $10. Do not waste this deposit bonus. This is a one-time deposit bonus. You want to milk it for as much as it's worth. Now, if you don't have $250 in your bankroll, then of course, don't deposit $250. But also, don't deposit $10 because you only get $10 in free credit when you can get up to $250 by maxing that out. So make sure you do that. So yeah, as you see right here on the screen, you see people are listening to how this works in the YouTube chat. For everybody's tuning in, welcome. Welcome to NFL Sunday, Week 1. In the YouTube chat right now, drop your single favorite bet for today's NFL games. We pull up the PlayerProps.ai app. If the AI agrees with it, we log it into our Hail Mary $2 prayer here. Now, if you're in one of those purple states, this is where you're plugging this in. The $2 Hail Mary play right here on the screen. You see it. It says Hail Mary, a $2 prayer. That's what this show is. If you are in a non-purple state or a dark navy blue state, you can put this wherever you want to. But if you are in a purple state, you're shooting yourself in the foot by not going to wannaparlay.online, getting that free $250 and logging it in the Hail Mary there. Okay. So let's see here. We're going to flip the screen over. Now that I covered all that, if you have any questions, let me know. But that should cover most of everything. This show will not be live next Sunday for Week 2 because a bunch of us in the community, we're all going to the Miami Dolphin, New England Patriots game. I told you guys we were doing that 2 months ago. And if you're like, oh, no, I can go now. Well, it's too late. We already maxed out the tickets. We have a big group of us going to the Dolphins game on NFL Sunday next week, which is the Patriots at Miami. And so it's going to be a good time with a lot of our community. We do a lot of community stuff. We're like the only community that does community stuff like that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this. There we go. We're going to flip it over now to PlayerProps.ai. And then one at a time, we're going to see if the app likes it. And if our app likes it, PlayerProps.ai. And if they do, then that works. Downs. What I said to you at the beginning of the show, if you didn't hear me, was do not watch this on Twitch. I probably shouldn't even launch it on Twitch. You need to go to YouTube where you see everybody else tuning in. So this is for one a parlay. But if you are not in a purple state, and again, the purple states are these purple states. If you are not in a purple state, you can lock these plays on whatever app that you want to. Whatever app has the best line, best odds available to you. This is where you lock it in. this is where you lock it in if you're in a purple state. Wannaparlay.online, you see the top of the page, use PlayerProps promo code. You have no excuses because you literally have 2 hours to do this. 0 excuses. I pulled up the Hail Mary Sunday. So how this works in a nutshell is one person's going to turn $2 into $5,000. So let me go to leaderboard here. So you see how it says first place 5,000? Not every single person's going to turn 2 into 5,000. Only one person. But because we're all collectively doing the same things together, the same like picks we find on the show, just choose any like under home run prop. And that's my favorite part about the Wanna Parlay app is you can go under home runs. Imagine betting someone is not going to hit a ball over the fence or someone's not going to attempt a stolen base. You can pick like the slowest, fattest guys for stolen bases and it still counts as a pick. So at the end of this, once you kind of you're following along and you're logging in like, okay, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this, we're doing this. Add in something else so it differentiates your slip from everyone else and it gives you a chance to have that $5,000 prize. Okay, so May stay a Sunday in Kentucky. 3 sites offering 250 match. Bet all 3. Yeah, this is the only DFS app in the country right now that's got the $250 deposit match. So I know we see the soccer stuff on screen because that starts first. So you see there's a little tab on the left side where you tap on football and it just goes to NFL. And so this show, we're specifically focusing on all these NFL games. It's the only DFS app in the country that has spreads, totals, and money lines on top of having player props. If you are playing on Prize Picks, you are not listening to me. Prize Picks only allows player props. Underdog only allows player props. If you want to actually do money line spreads and totals and do all the stuff that we do, you should not ignore me. We just posted like a $2,500 winner. I won $2,500, $2,500 on Wanna Parlay last night. And my slip is I shared with everybody else on Wanna Parlay, and so we all won together there. So anyway, now that we have a lot of you guys plugging in your favorite stuff, which is what you see on the top left side of the screen, let's look through them one at a time. I think I actually have it edited. Hold on. Hold on, let me do this. Okay, I got a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all have dropped things in. Let me minimize this real quick so I can actually see my screen because I was covering a lot of it. All right, so the first one we see is Kyren Williams anytime touchdown. So that's what we're going to do first. We're going to go to Kyren Williams anytime touchdown. So again, remember, wannaparlay.online, which it says at the top of this gosh dang screen. That is what you're paying attention to if you're in a purple state. Wannaparlay.online. You have 2 hours to, if you don't have an account yet, to go to your Google Chrome Safari browser, type wannaparlay.online, and then use that promo code on the bottom of the screen, player props, to get your free $250. But anywho, we're looking at, what do we say, Kyren Williams anytime touchdown. So let's go to our anytime touchdown prediction here. And so you see there's a lot of people that have trifectas. Trifectas for anytime touchdowns is simply anybody that has a projection that's higher than 1.0. So if Kyren Williams, the running back for the Rams, does not have a 1.0, we're not going to be adding him in. That can't be your that's really, who said that? I forgot who that was, but that can't possibly be your favorite play of the entire game. Oh, he's at 0.98. But if you've listened to anything I've told you over the entire last 18 months, you have to treat anytime touchdowns the same way that you treat home run picks. I never suggest betting an anytime touchdown that has a negative symbol in front of it because you're not getting enough payout if he actually does get a touchdown compared to the risk. I would rather do anything else that would have a plus or no symbol. Plus and no symbol, that means the same thing on our site. But no, even though he's close to being 1.0, I don't like how juicy his touchdown line is. So let's go to the next one. Roman Wilson. Does it say 15 yards receiving? All right, I'm going to go through these real quick here. Actually, man, I can't. Hold on. I'm going to pull up. Too many windows pulled up here. Give me a hot second. I'm going to see if I can scroll back with the chat on the screen here. Let me do this. Okay, here we go. All right, now I can scroll up. All right, the first one. Who's the first person that dropped something? Miami spread. Chris was the first person to drop something in the chat. He said Miami spread. And yeah, that's something we were looking at all week because going to the spread predictor, the NFL. So for whatever reason, the Colts are favored in this game still. It makes no sense. They started Daniel Jones, and they still are favored against the Dolphins. It's very insulting, but if we look at the money line predictor for the Dolphins as well, so you see the implied chance. So DraftKings right now has minus 112, and then the Colts, which if you're new to this number here is just this number just shown a different way. So whenever you see minus 112 for any bet, it means it has a 52.83% chance of hitting. So the sports books are saying the Colts have a 52.83% chance of winning this game. Our AI says that it should be Miami with a 56% chance. That's what the AI is projecting. I mentioned this, I think, on Thursday or Friday in our Discord chat for Thursday Night Football, Friday Night Football. But I don't like doing football spreads that are less than 3. If it's less than 3, I would rather just do the money line because less than 3 means they can win by a field goal and still hit. So because Miami is plus 1.5, I would rather do Miami money line, which is also projected, and you actually get a better payout than doing Miami plus 1.5 because the chances of them losing by 1 point exactly, which would make the money line lose but the spread hit, are very, very, very slim. But yes, the AI agrees with that, so we're tapping Miami to win the game. So you see on the screen for Parlay.online for all my Purple State people, and if you're just tuning in, this is my Purple State people. There's 22 Purple States here, and if you're in a state but you don't have Parlay.online, you're not doing it right. You're using the wrong apps, and they're using apps that are limiting you to what you can do. Prize Picks does not allow spreads, totals, and money lines. This app does. So if you're in a state that has Prize Picks and this, you should stop playing on something that limits you to player props and start using apps like Parlay.online that allows you to do everything else. So we've locked in our first one of the day. Here's something to note. If you look at the very top left of the screen, I can't highlight it because it won't let me click over it, but very top left, there's 4 parlay requirements for us to turn $2 into $5,000 on Parlay.online. One of the picks has to be a prop, so it says select player pick. We're definitely going to get to that. Select 2 different events. That means we have to have picks from 2 different games, which we're definitely going to have that. We're definitely going to have a minimum of 2 picks, but the caveat, the part that's going to be challenging, which is why we're doing a live stream to do this together, is it says minimum points 999. If you look in the bottom left of the screen, it says 1 pick, 1.95 points. So that number in the bottom left under points has to be at least 999 for us to be able to lock in this $2 into $5,000 contest. So 1.95, as we add things, that number goes up because that's how parlays work. The more picks you have in a parlay, the more the payout happens. I do want to stress to you guys that this is something we do for fun, and if you cannot afford to lose $2, do not do this. This is a $2 in a dream. This is not going to hit. This does not hit. This is just a fun thing. It's like buying a lotto ticket for $2. The Mega Millions last night was $1.8 billion. If you don't get upset when you spend $2 on a Mega Million and you don't win the Mega Million, you can't get upset when you spend $2 on this lotto ticket that we're putting together and it doesn't hit. It's not going to hit. It's statistically not going to hit. This is something fun that we do to light $2 on fire with the community every Sunday morning. So again, do not expect this to hit. It's most likely not going to. Let's go back to the next play. So we had our first one in here. Oh, nope, wrong screen. I clicked the wrong gosh dang thing. I'm trying to go to the YouTube chat. There we go. Okay. Don Trainer in chat. Breece Hall over 44.5 rushing yards. Breece Hall over 45. Let me see. Okay, so we're going to go back to the predictor here. Keep those picks coming in too. If you have not dropped anything yet in the chat, which you see here on the side of the screen on YouTube, Drop your single favorite pick, and we're going to go and see if the AI agrees with it. And if it does, we're going to add it and try to get to that 999-point parlay on wannaparlay.online. So anyway, we're looking at rushing yards for, was it Kyron? Is that what he said? No, Breece Hall. So we're looking for New York Jets. Breece Hall, New York Jets, where you tap on that game. So the problem with Breece Hall is the sportsbooks favor the under. So you see his over is only minus 109. If you click on the under, it's minus 115. So the sportsbooks are actually favoring the under, which means it's not a trifecta play. It is good that it started at 49 and it's dipped to 44.5, and even late last night it was at 43.5. So what we can do here is we can look at Wanna rushing yards. So yeah, Wanna has equal odds on both sides for it, but it's not enough difference there. The projection's barely over, so we're not going to be adding that to our parlay. All right, who's in the next one? Chris Toller said Miami spread. Don Trainer said Breece Hall. Carlos said Devontae Adams receiving. So if you guys did not live under a rock and you actually opened my emails and watched the YouTube videos that we've been creating for you for the last 18 months, one of the top plays for today was Devontae Adams receiving yards. Let's see if we can find a sweet line. I'm hoping, okay, we have all teams selected. I'm trying to, I'm like, wait, he's on the Rams now, right? Everybody's switching teams. Devontae Adams, he's at 56.5 right now on Wanna. It's still a pretty good difference. I mean, they have equal odds on both sides. What was the number we got him in when we first dropped him? So you got every time we create a show, that's the best line you're going to get. It just gets worse after that. So if you wait 4 days to watch our show, you're going to get a 4-day worse line. It's very important you have your YouTube notifications turned on when I do stuff like this. I think 56.5 is not what we had on the show. We had a little bit less than that. But I think for now, because technically it's a show play, we'll go ahead and lock him in. And if we find somebody better, then we'll take them out. So we're going to see player picks, Houston Texans, Rams. We're scrolling down. We're going to receiving. We're tapping on receiving yards. Devontae Adams over 50. Oh, it just went up again, 57.5. So yeah, he may not, this pick may not stay. But pay attention again. Look at the points in the bottom left. It went from 1.9 to 3.65. We're going to keep adding things. I'm going to go quicker now that we're on a roll. We're going to keep adding things to this parlay, trying to get 999 points, which again is what's required to turn $2 into $5,000. You can't just put $2 on a coin flip and get $5,000. That's not how it works. All right, what's the next play in the chat? Joseph Pratt, Mbuka over on receiving yards. So we're going to tap all. We're going to go to Tampa Bay. See if the AI agrees with it. No. His line is 57.5. You see on the bottom of the screen here. The AI has him at 56. That's a minus 2%. Please make sure that you're using the app correctly before you're locking anything in. He is not a good play based on what the app is saying. Bills money line. We'll go to the money line predictor real quick. Type in buff here. So the money line, so the Baltimore Ravens are favored. They're minus 119. It said Baltimore should be 53% and not 54.34%. So it's saying a negative difference, which means the Baltimore Ravens are slightly overvalued and overfavorited. But it does not say the Buffalo is going to win this game based on this. So the AI does not agree with that, so we're not going to lock that in. All right, who's next? Burrow over passing yards. All right. Also, do not drop any alternate line into the chat. This has to be something that is available to be locked in. If you say like, oh, Joe Burrow, I mean, I know you didn't say this in chat, but if it's like Joe Burrow over 50 passing yards, we're not going to lock that in. That's not a good play. So we're going to go to Joe Burrow passing yards and see what his line is on Wanna right now. Burrow, Cincinnati, Cleveland. Joe Burrow's line is 268. The projection is 275. That's not enough difference. It's only a 2.7% difference. It's not enough for us to lock it in. So you guys, this is like 4 or 5 straight plays you guys are giving me that you're not using PlayerProps.ai for, because these are not something the AI agrees with. We already looked at Kyron Williams. Lamar Jackson over 1.5. Is that total touchdowns you meant to say? I don't think that's an available prop, but I think in the show we were looking at Lamar Jackson over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Let me do passing touchdowns real quick and take a look at that. Was that a nighttime game? Lamar Jackson, yeah. So yeah, I think this was one of the things we locked. So we have a Sunday Night Football show on YouTube after you're done watching this, and before you lock in Sunday night stuff, 100% make sure you go back to the Sunday Night Football show and lock that in. But we have, I'm pretty sure Lamar Jackson passing touchdowns was on there. He's got a 26% difference, which is essentially what we want, 25% or more for passing touchdowns. So we finally got another play that the AI agrees with. So now let's lock in that on the screen. Baltimore Ravens C player picks. Where are we looking? Passing TDs. Lamar Jackson over 1.5. So now we're at 6.31. Let's keep them going. Make sure that you're doing something the AI agrees with. That's what we're checking on the screen. Gibbs over 22.5 receiving yards. Okay. So we're going to Detroit. Where are they? There we go. We're looking for Gibbs. There's something when it comes to football that I refer to as baby lines. I don't like, personally, lines for rushing or receiving that's less than 40. Even though he's got a nice 22% difference you see on the screen, I don't like the fact that he's only got a 22.5 line, which I know running backs aren't going to have 40 yards receiving or more, which is typically why running backs don't make it in here. But I think for the sake of us trying to get to 999, because it is a 25+% difference, we'll go ahead and add that in. So Jamar Gibbs over receiving yards. So we're going to go and want a parlay. Going to Detroit, see player picks, receiving yards. What, did I skip him? I don't think they have him. They're probably updating his line right now. But yeah, he's not currently available to be locked in. So we're going to keep going on the screen here. Who's next? Howard, we already locked that in. Oh, yeah, Chocolate. Chocolate reminded us of one of our other show plays, Jacoby Myers over receiving yards. Jacoby Myers over receiving yards. That was one of the show plays, and if you locked it in when I dropped the YouTube show, you have a much better line than you have now. And also, he doesn't have... I locked him in before Amari Cooper retired. I'm pretty sure his line was a lot better than this before Amari Cooper retired, but it is what it is. So, yeah, it's still a 21% difference. He's still got a nice padding here. I think for a trifecta, this has to be like minus 119 because it's minus 118 on both sides. And this has to be 25%. Let me see. Yeah, so Jacoby Myers is in. So let's back up here. But yeah, we locked him in before Amari Cooper retired. We're not sure how much time he would have got anyway. So if you're just joining us, what the screen you see on the far right, so the screen behind my face that you see, this is, of course, PlayerProps.ai. This is what everybody's been using to print money for the last 19 months, and to not only print money, but learn what they've been doing wrong when it comes to betting and how to do things right. But on the far side of the screen, this thing that I'm scrolling on right now, this is wannaparlay.online, which you see at the very, very top. Download this app ASAP, wannaparlay.online. So what you do is you open up Google Chrome, you open up Safari, you type in wannaparlay.online. It'll send you to the download. And then when you deposit, for the love of all that's holy, do not use this deposit bonus promo code for a $10 deposit or a $20 deposit. You want to make sure you milk it for as much as possible because you're never going to get another deposit bonus like this. Not just on this app, but any DFS app. So Player Props is the promo code, $250 max, deposit match, and wannaparlay.online is the site you want to go to. Anyway, let's keep going here. So what do we're locking in Jacoby over 55.5. All right, we're at 11.6. Let's keep rolling here. Who we got next? Josh Jacobs, anytime touchdown. We're going to go to DraftKings to look at the anytime touchdown. See what his projection is. Josh Jacobs, he is a trifecta. So he's barely over the 1.02. But remember, I just said this at the beginning of the show. I do not like anytime touchdown plays that start with the minus for the odds because you're not getting paid enough for risking the fact that they may not hit the end zone. I don't know why it took me long to figure that out. But for the sake of time and the fact that he is a trifecta, which means he has a projection of over 1.0, we're going to add him in for the sake of time because we need to get to a 999-point parlay. So we can lock in the 5,000X or the 2,500X, $2 into $5,000 bucks. All right, let's see. Green Bay. Here we go. Anytime touchdown, Josh Jacobs. Okay, so now we're at 19.14. All right, who's next? Mark Andrews, anytime touchdown. That's what Clarity said. So I like that a little bit more because the other tight end, Isaiah Likely, is out for the game. But let's see if his projection is high enough, being the great red zone target he is. That's for tonight's stuff. No. His line is to get 1, so 0.5 is everybody's line, but his projection is only 0.54. And so that's not enough to add him in there, even though, of course, Isaiah Likely is not playing. He also has a 0% head-to-head against Buffalo for getting a touchdown. So it does not compute with the AI. Caminator said, Mike Evans over 72.5 receiving yards. Mike Evans has always been a winner for me. He has never lost me a prop. You should not be locking in things just because they've done good for you in the past. It's all about projections and matchups. But I will look at what the AI says for Mike Evans' passing yards because I think Chris Godwin is out, and I think they have I don't know. Is Cade Otton playing today? Their tight end? We'll have to see that in a second. But we're looking for Mike Evans' receiving yards now. So Tampa Bay. Oh, I was like, what the heck is Tampa Bay? It says Michael Evans. It's the proper name. Michael Evans only has an 11% difference. I believe a 71.5. What was his line on Wanna? Yeah, it's 11% difference. I'll add him for now, but if we're probably gonna find something that has a better difference than that. Mike Evans. Tampa's 1 p.m. game. There they are. See player picks. We're going down to receiving yards. Michael Evans. Over 71.5. We'll lock it in for now. Who's next? Tampa Bay money line. I think that was our one pick we were going to do for Tampa Bay. I don't think... Yeah, we're not doing Tampa Bay money line. Golden Steel, Darnham, and Indiana. You can still lock this in somewhere else. Bishop says Nico Collins receiving yards. Nico Collins receiving yards. Houston. No. His line right now is 80.5. His projection is 81.5. There's no edge there. No Nico Collins. Who's next? Quentin says Michael Penix over 4.5 rushing. That's a very low line. That's what we call a baby line. But we'll look at it. Even though he's a super baby line, the AI still only has him at 4.8. There's no difference. There's a 0.31 difference, so no, we can't lock that in. I may go stay a Sunday in Kentucky, 3 sites. Chris Toller, make that drive. Everyone, don't forget, like and subscribe. Yeah, listen to Chris. Like and subscribe. If you're watching this and you're actually wanting to win more money in sports betting than lose, and you're not subscribed to YouTube, you are not going to have a good Sunday. The only way you have a good Sunday is doing what we call the bare minimum. The bare minimum is all of the free things, keyword free, all of the free things I make available to you. Subscribe to the free YouTube channel you're watching me on right now. Download the free version of the PlayerProps.ai app you're watching on screen right now. Get into the free PlayerProps.ai Discord that you don't really see on screen right now, but that's where 17,000, 18,000 people live, and they work together every single day to find the best props and bets for every single sport. If you're not doing those three things, do not waste any of your money betting on sports today. It's not going to work out for you. Okie dokie. Let's see. We already have that. We have that. Bishop said Texans money line. So Nico Collins doesn't have. Oh, we still have Buff here. So the Rams money line is minus 10%, which means the sportsbooks favor them at 62%. Our AI says they should only be 52%. So it does say that Houston has a better chance to win than what the money line on the sportsbooks are suggesting, but it does not say that Houston's projected to win, so we're not going to lock that in either. Passing touchdowns for Joe Burrow. Let me go back to the player prop predictor. I feel like most of what we're looking at, the AI does not agree with. So my question is, when you guys are coming up with your single favorite play for the day, what are you using to research? Because it does not look like you're using PlayerProps.ai. Joe Burrow's line is at 2.5. So you're giving me an alt line, and we're not going to be locking in alt lines. Yeah, his line's at 2.5, and AI says 2.25, so we can't touch that either. Bucks team. Hold on, that's not the next one. Cincinnati over Browns minus 5.5. All right, let's see if the spread predictor likes Cincinnati. Yeah, it looks like it's actually 4.5, which is even better. So we're gonna go back. It gives Cincinnati a 61.83% chance to win by at least 5 points or more. So we'll tap on that. We'll lock that one in. That one the AI agrees with. Good find on that. Then the next one was Bucks team total. I think because we added a player pick, I don't know if we can. Oh, I don't think there is team total on Wanna Parlay right now. I think it's something we're going to be adding in for next week. All right, what's the next one? Ghost. If you see on the screen, you see all the stuff that we're locking in. We're going to go over it once we get the number in the bottom left to 999. Justin Fields under pass yards. Who said that? Daniel Booten. Justin Fields under pass yards. It's New York Jets. Normally I stay away from lines that are under 200, but this is a pretty good gap. This is 30 yards difference from his line of 173 on Wanna to his projection of 143. So we're going to go and lock that in. Passing yards, Justin Fields under 170. Oh, it's actually better right now. It's 174. We got an extra yard bonus. It just updated. Perfect. Good find on that. Let's see. Stephon Diggs. The G market says Stephon Diggs over. I'm assuming you mean receiving yards. Make sure you're typing out the exact bet so I don't have to guess. Okay, so now we're looking at, is Diggs healthy and playing? That was the question. He's going through a lot of injury recovery stuff. His line's at 47.5. His projection's at 54.5. 15% difference, but that's only maybe... That's 7 yards difference. We'll add him for now, but we may not keep that. Lost New England. We already have Jacoby over, so now we have Diggs over. So we're saying it's essentially going to be a shootout. His line is 1 yard worse. It's 48.5 right now, so just updated on the site or on the wannaparlay.online app. If you have any questions, just let me know. Looks like we have some stupid people in the chat who are spamming my gosh dang channel. So do not click any of those links in there. I'm currently... Kyle, I just saw your text. You're going to have to type something so I can click on your name in the chat. Okay, where were we? I'm scrolling back up now. I just realized I just realized I had Kyle's text on there. Kyle says, "Make me a mod on YouTube. The spam is getting crazy." I forgot I was screen sharing my phone. All right. Let me see here. We already looked at that. We looked at that. We looked at that. Where were we at? Dolphin spread. Jacoby Myers. Oh, I found your name there. All right. Done. I'm going through all of the picks again to see if there's anything that I missed. Keep dropping them in here. Joey B says, this is an NFL betting show. Everybody's dropping their favorite NFL bets for Sunday. Joey B comes in, he goes, Jazz Chisholm over 0.5 home runs. Read the room, Joey B. Read the room. We might have to add that in, though, because, well, no, we're at 229 points. We're getting to 999. Parker Washington over receiving yards. Chris says, Parker Washington over receiving yards. He is on the Jags. What? So, yeah, his projections essentially double his line, but 10.5 is a baby line. I mean, we're simply betting on him to get one catch at 10.5. So, technically, the AI agrees with it, so we'll lock him in for now. But I don't like, especially that he's a receiver, you're just betting on him to get a reception. Where, am I missing where the, no, okay. Not passing, we want receiving. 10.5, all right, we're at 414. So we only need a few more to get to the 999 minimum, and then we're going to review everything. So if you did not catch all the stuff we've locked in to build us to a 414x point parlay, don't not worry. Once we're done with everything, we're going to go back and review stuff. Chris also likes Chase Brown anytime touchdown. I got Chase Brown, I think, on 2 of my fantasy teams. So I hope he gets an anytime touchdown. We're looking at Cincinnati, Cleveland. I mean, his projection's over 1.25. I don't think, though, we can pair Chase Brown touchdown with the Bengals spread. Let me see. Oh, we can. Even perfect. So look at this. Look at the bottom left of the app right now. 713 is the points. I think when we add one more, it'll pop us to the 999, and then we'll review everything. So we're almost there. Fam, we are almost there. We gotta find one thing that's super sexy here. Caesar, Danny Jones over rushing yards. I actually like that one before I even look at the AI because did Quentin Nelson retire, or is he still on the Colts line? But the thing is that the Dolphins have one of the best pass rush squads now, and we already had the best pass rush squad when we were healthy, but then we added Matthew Judon for veteran depth, and so without even looking at it, I know that I already like that, and that might be the last thing because the Dolphins defense is going to get after Danny Dimes. Oh, I don't want both of these stats. But conceptually, I'm saying that I like that. But let's go ahead and pull it up here. So the AI gives it a 20. So here's his line. His line is 25.5. AI is like barely 1 over. So the AI doesn't agree with it, but I still like that play nonetheless. The G market, we already have Stephon Diggs over. But anyway, even though the AI is not 100% on board with Danny Dimes, I am. And whoever dropped that in chat also is. So let's go to rushing. Oh, yeah, it looks like we can't pair that because we chose the money line. So there's like a correlation clause. Chris, we're not Chris in chat. So Chris in chat just said Chuba. His rushing yards is pretty low. Remember, we're not trying to go after baby lines. We want, for rushing and receiving, you want lines that are at least 40 or higher. I mean, we'll look at it. What are you referencing? Chris, that just typed this in chat. What are you referencing on the site? His line's not small. It's 59.5. And his projection, there's almost no difference for that either. You mean a pretty low difference? Is that what you're trying to say? There's one more thing that we need to add. We're like one pick away. And I think I went through everybody's stuff they said in chat, right? Oh, somebody said at the very beginning, at the very beginning, somebody said, no, I don't want to lock that in. Somebody said Kyron Williams anytime touchdown. I don't think we need a touchdown pick here. We just need, what was something else? Let's go to the team stuff again. Is there a money line? Oh, can we do Tampa Bay money line, or can we not because we did so many props from that game? Yeah, we can't. Cincinnati, we already did the spread for that. I don't think we touched anything from the Arizona game yet. So yeah, so let me see if this makes us go to $9.99. Arizona is currently a 73.454% implied chance you see here. And the AI is saying they actually should be more favored than that. So we tap that in. If we tap that in, it puts us at 969. Hold on. If we tap in an under stolen base prop on baseball, does that get us over under home runs? Which this is my favorite part, again, about one a parlay. You can go under home runs. I want to see who's got. I want to see. I think just doing an under home run prop, I think will get us to where we need to go. Chase is at 16 for the over. So if we say under Chase here, oh my gosh, look, it's 998.84. We are 0.16 away. So I think if we don't do Chase, so Chase is 0.13. If we choose, who's the next best one in this game? Parker Meadows. That puts us where we need to go. So everybody who's still watching the show, who likes turning money into more money, please listen to me. I'm going to recap you how this works. Listen. I just chose an under home run prop to put myself over 999. If you remember, going back to the leaderboard for this $2,000 to $5,000 contest on oneaparlay.online, there's only one person that can win $5,000, and then second place is $2,500, and then it goes down from there. So instead of you choosing Parker Meadows, which is what I just did to create that 1,018-point parlay, choose a different player that puts you over 999. Because even if it's fractional points difference, just make sure the under home run prop you do does not equal exactly 1,018.24, because you want it to be either, I mean, it can be like 1 degree higher, 1 degree lower. You just don't want to have the exact 100% same point total for this particular challenge. So let's go through and recap the 13 picks for the $2 in a dream here. What pick odds are no longer available? We have to go back and do Jacoby, and is that the only ones that are giving us a problem? We have to go back and do Stephon Diggs and Jacoby Myers over again. Okay, let me back out. We took too long and the lines changed. What? I don't know why this is happening right now. We just added. We might have to pick different props here. I don't know if it's a correlation thing or what. What was the, somebody, okay, I need one more receiving prop. I think it's not letting us do two of the same game here. Trey Henderson over Rush. 1.5. Oh, Chris, is that Drake May you're talking about? 1.5 touchdowns? Maybe that'll be the last one we add. 1.5 touchdowns. Let's look at that real quick. Yeah, because it's being weird about letting us do both of those receivers. Passing touchdowns. No, I don't want rushing yards anymore. New England. Nope, you did not. You have to please, for the love of all that's holy, stop guessing on picks, guys. You have to reference PlayerProps.ai. It says that Drake May is a minus 69% difference on his passing yards. So let me just, what was the other pick that we did on the show? I think there was one more. I'm just going to find something. So we're going to go to the filter. We're going to say when a minimum line of, let's say 35. Jacoby, Devontae, Xavier. I don't think we have Xavier, Carolina. I think Carolina's passing offense is going to be a lot better this year. Rated Parker, Washington. Let's see, where's Xavier at? Here we go. Over 35.5. We good here? What is it? I think Jacoby Myers' line changed so much that they're not letting us we have to choose a different home run prop. So we can't do Jacoby Myers. Oh, I think it's because we locked him in on something else and you can only have so much exposure to one thing. Is there any good underplays here? Tyler Warren, the rookie against Miami, the tight end. No, Sportsbook favor the over for that. Michael Pittman against Miami. The secondary is very, very banged up, and they haven't even played a weak game yet. But I don't think we can pair that with the Miami money line. Let's see. Do we drop Parker Meadows changed also? Yeah, I saw that. Look at Scherzer, Tampa Bay, Mayfield. Chris, what are we saying for DJ Moore over yards? Oh, no. DJ Moore's not on Carolina anymore. Duh. Chicago. What am I? Oh, Chicago's tomorrow night. Yeah, it has to be today. I think Chicago's tomorrow night game. We can't do Kyler Murray rushing, Joey B says. Oh, you wanted to pick an NFL prop, I see. What are we looking for? Kyler Murray. It doesn't look like that we have a rushing prop line for him. 1.5 Baker Mayfield. I think Baker's line is at 2.5. No, let me see. Oh, no, it's only at 1.5. So, yeah, we can pair that with what we already locked in. And so we're at 8.75. So I think one more. So that let's go back to that the under home run concept I was talking about, which is why I love this app so much. No. I think we need to add one more. I think we need to add one more prop. I mean, I like this. I accidentally came across this, but James Conner, can we go under? Are we able to go under rushing yards with everything we've locked in so far? No. Rushing and receiving. Let's look at rushing and receiving for James Conner. No, it's too close. Kyler Murray is 25.5 on the app. But we can't go rushing yards, right? We're going to go rushing receiving for that game. What was one of the plays I locked in for my Millie Maker show? What does the money line predictor say for Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers? It says the Detroit Lions should cover the spread. look at the spread predictor then. It's got a 51.06% chance. Cody says, Jonty anytime touchdown. Is that a trifecta anytime touchdown? Or is that just a dart throw into the air anytime touchdown? Let's reset the filter. He is not a trifecta, but we can go to another trifecta that we haven't touched yet. I mean, can we do Jamar Gibbs touchdown? We can. So he's the highest rated touchdown, and his line is actually better than most other things. So I think we're going Gibbs. We'll go Gibbs touchdown here. Whew, that puts us at way too high of a thing. So we can actually get rid of something that we don't like. Okay, so, we got everything we need now. Look at the screen. It says the points is 1663. We don't need to put that much risk. We just need it to be over. We just need to be over 999 or at least 999. So I'm gonna go through real quick. I'm gonna choose the one I like the least, and I'm gonna remove it. I like that. I like that. Anytime touchdown, those are okay. I like that. I like that. I think we might be getting rid of Parker or maybe Xavier receiving yards. Yeah. Let me see if we get rid of Xavier receiving yards if we're still over 999. Oh, no. Nope. What happens if we add an under home run prop at 899? So what do we need? Like a 1.11? We need a 1.12 underplay. Lars. Okay. So I think we got. Did we finally get to a place that we can do things? Holy crap. We got there. It took us a while, but we got there. So now let's recap everything we just went over. Let me flip to my good old cam here. All right, now we're solely paying attention to this. There are 13 picks. You have to decide on pick 13 so you can have a different point total than everybody else, because that's how you get the $5,000 prop. Remember, we're locking this in on wannaparlay.online. If you're like, what is wannaparlay.online? It's the first DFS app in any of these purple 22 states that not only allows for player props like a Prize Picks or Underdog, but it's the only one that also lets you do team bets, spread bets, and total bets. So go to Google Chrome, go to Safari, go to wannaparlay.online. When you create your account and deposit, make sure you use player props as the code. That's the only way to get the $250 deposit bonus. $250 for free. Now let's do a recap here so we can get ready for the shows. So from top to bottom, we're going Miami Dolphins money line. We're going Cincinnati minus 4.5 spread. We're going Chase Brown anytime touchdown. For the Bucs-Falcons game, we're going Mike Evans over 71.5 receiving yards. And we're also going Baker Mayfield over 1.5 passing touchdowns. We have Parker Washington at 10.5. I'm not really in love with this line because it's a baby line, but our AI says he should get at least 20. We just need him to get one decent catch for 10.5. We have Arizona to win the game, Arizona money line. That's also our it's actually 18 million. So the show was 15 million for the survivor pick, but they came out with news, or they tweeted it out last night. There's actually $18 million in the prize pool. So it's an $18 million survivor. And my pick this week was Arizona Cardinals. Justin Fields under 174.5 passing yards. This is the home run prop that you need to do differently. For the sake of the show, I did under Lars Nootbaar home runs. It needs to be like a 1.12, I think, at minimum to get it over the 999 hump, which is what this one did. Do not choose Lars Nootbaar. Choose a different under home run prop, and just, of course, hope they don't hit a home run. And if they don't, which is more likely than not, then, of course, you get yourself on the leaderboard. And then we have 2 anytime touchdowns for the Detroit-Green Bay game, both starting running backs. Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown, Jamar Gibbs anytime touchdown. The play from the show, that it's now 7 days old and you had plenty of time to watch it. Devontae Adams over 57.5 receiving yards, and Lamar Jackson over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Ladies and gentlemen, this is how you turn $2 into $5,000. Is this going to hit? No. This level of parlay, 13-pick parlays, do not hit. Stop trying to do them. This is something fun we do for the entire community. This is not going to hit, but in the crazy circumstance that it does, somebody watching the show is turning $2 into $5,000 on one of Parlay.online. But again, do we expect this to hit? No. We're just putting ourselves in the best position that if the betting gods want to be on our side week 1, this is what's going to happen. So now I have on the bottom $2. Now, technically, you can add more money here for your payout. That is not what we're doing. If I see anybody betting more than $2 on this Hail Mary contest, I will ban you from the Discord. I will not let you tune into any shows ever again. This is $2 in a dream. This is not $4 in a dream, $6 in a dream. We're all agreeing together, the whole community, as you're watching this, this is going to not hit. We are agreeing that you're going to be lighting $2 on fire. Do not do any more than that. You just need $2 to get on the leaderboard. I know it says $1,000 for the payout, but if you have the highest total, points total, which you see right now on the screen, we have 1,015. If you have the highest total, then of course you do it. So if we just tap this, create parlay, boom, we're in. So again, for those that are still tuning in, I'm going to recap this one more time on all the plays that we have here, right? Dolphins money line, Bengals spread, Chase anytime touchdown, Mike Evans receiving yards over, Baker Mayfield passing touchdowns over, Parker Washington receiving yards over, Cardinals to win, Justin Fields under passing yards, under home run prop, do your own. Do not choose Lars Nootbaar. Do not do it. You will not win the 5,000 if you do, because you'll match my point total. Josh Jacobs anytime touchdown, Jamar Gibbs anytime touchdown, Devontae Adams over receiving yards, Lamar Jackson over 1.5. So that is the Sunday night football game tonight. Lamar Jackson over 1.5. So if we hit all 12, it's probably in your best interest to hedge under Lamar Jackson passing yards if you have an app that'll let you hedge. But kids, we got there. 1 hour deep exactly, we got ourselves to $2 into $5,000. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We had a lot of you drop picks in the YouTube chat. Remember, tomorrow we're not going to be, or not tomorrow, next Sunday, week 2, we're not going to be doing the show because a lot of us in the PlayerProps.ai community are traveling to Miami to go to the Dolphins and Patriots games. We like to do community gathering and public events, as we're all going to be going to the Dolphins game on week 2, and then every week after that, I should be live on Sundays. If you have any questions about one of Parlay.online, simply ask me in the Discord. But if you have not typed, if you're in a purple state, okay, I just typed it in the chat. There's still about, 60 people left watching. Okay, so if you are in, for people still watching, if you exist in a purple state, there are 22 states on the screen that are light purple. If you exist in a purple screen, tap the link that I just posted in the chat. Tap the link, get the app, and then use your Player Props promo code to get that $250 deposit bonus. Good luck, everybody. I wish you all luck on your plays. Unless you're versing me in fantasy, then I do not wish you luck. But yeah, that's a lot of talking there. I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys in the Discord. And if you're not in the Discord, do not bet on sports, because that means you're not trying hard enough to put yourself in the best position to win. You have to do the free stuff. You have to take responsibility for your actions. Set yourself up for success. Subscribe to this free YouTube channel. Download at least the free version of the PlayerProps.ai app. Get into the free community Discord. Those are 3 things that are on your to-do list today. Mike, I just went through them. I just went through all the picks twice here at the end.